I love you, you love me. Everybody loves that purple guy, right? Well, apparently not everybody loves this purple guy. So today I'm addressing a question I feel like I've answered 117 times. Wink. Hey, if you enjoy what I do, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to receive notices next time I post a video. So during all this today, I am going to have two expert witnesses that are going to testify that everything that I am saying and doing is on the up and up. So here they are. So if you hear any snoring in the background as we proceed, that's my witnesses have, nodded off, so sorry. So a couple weeks back, started getting flooded, seeing on the various forums and Facebook pages, everybody all of a sudden there's a problem with the color of Thanos, that his skin tone is too dark. So just so happens that a certain 6'4", 250-pound warrior, from henceforth we will refer to as 6'4", 250W, posted a video, and I'm going to address several of the problems because I'm seeing a lot of what he said parroted by people, and I think there's a lot of misinformation, quite honestly. Want to discuss things such as monitors versus TV versus your phone versus a laptop and the variants we get there. So the first question we have is, what is screen accurate? First thing I did is found a 4K version and took a screen cap of this photo of Thanos here. And this is in a indoor lighting, I would say fairly low lighting. He does have some orange cast on his face from the fire where he's cooking. But I just wanted to show the difference between, I took a cell phone photo of the exact scene, I had paused it, and I took this photo. Now I want you to look at the difference between those two. All right, and I'm gonna give a ABC in just a second. Then I want you to look, I took the exact same photo of my iMac screen with my Nikon. While it's closer, there are still distinct differences between the two. All right, and here we have an ABC of the three. Notice a cell phone photo that you can't even read here where it says screen against his lip. It is so blown out and distorted. But look at the color of purple here versus the color of purple here versus the darker color of purple here. Note, even with my, for me, moderately expensive D500, how dark this is here versus in the screen cap, which you can see here, versus you can see all of it with the cell phone. It's the exact same picture on the screen, but with three different mediums, three completely different results. So the point is that whatever X person is filming their YouTube video with makes a huge difference on what you see in saturation, exposure, color, all those things, what lighting they have in the room. In any scene with Thanos, you have artificial lighting. He isn't real. The lighting isn't real. The scenery isn't real, other than if there's real elements with the actors or whatever. But it's just amazing the variance that you can get between my DSLR, my cell phone, and the actual screen cap. So here you have a 27-inch iMac with the laptop held up under it, same exact scene, and I want you to see the variance of what a cell phone pic changes because of screen reflectiveness, a retina display versus a laptop display. Actually, in this photo, the laptop looks better than the more expensive iMac, but the highlights are blown out in his cheeks there, but color variations that you see, that's one photo of the exact same screen. So I'm sure some of the people that will be watching this video will ask themselves, so is this really a thing within the collector community? Oh, you have no idea. So the criticism has been, is the Thanos too dark? Let me get out of this and pull up a photo of the Thanos bust. Let's use this one right here for example. All right, so here we have the Thanos bust. Does this look that greatly different than this? Does this look that greatly different than this? This is darker. All of these are darker. This is a properly exposed photo of what I see in my cabinet. So now I would like to address ones that are underexposed. So one thing that I've learned throughout this whole process, I saw someone once said, I can't remember if it was a video or if I read it, it said, don't be selfish with your content. Don't be self-serving. And I was like, what's that mean? So my purpose, what my mission is in all this, is to inform you, to give you an accurate representation of the things that I review. So often, like this photo here, was total error on my part. So I stylistically tend to do things a little dark. I don't know why that is. It's just, I mean, I painted all my cabinets in here black, so sure, some sort of. But anyway, I tend to go dark with that. That is not an accurate representation of the statue. So I have to consciously make sure that I represent the piece the best way, not what I like to see in photos or whatever, stylistically. So, lesson learned there. So I want to show you with this photo what exactly is happening. In Lightroom, which is an Adobe product, I want to show you the histogram. Huge difference that a cell phone makes versus a D500 versus this Blackmagic 4K that I'm using to film here, and that settings make a difference. So let's take a look at this. The lighting influences what you see. So let's take this photo right here, and this was at a very high Kelvin. Say, I think Kelvin is a scale of cool to warm. The higher it is, the number is, the more bluish side of the scale it is. The lower you go, it's going to go more to the yellowish side of the scale. So same exact photo, same exact camera settings, but look at the difference here. What I did is on my LED lights, I backed the kelvins down and got this. Same exact photo. Look how the skin tone totally changes between this photo and this photo. If you notice, if I take the exposure, so, all right, let me go back and explain something real quick. All right, if you hit this right here, notice how right up here, this is called the histogram. And what this tells you is the left side is your darker image, so part of the image. The right side is the lighter part of the image. So if you see, all of this is on this side. This is over-exaggerated, way, way, way too underexposed. If all the information was over here, it would be blown out way too white. So if you take a photo, let's take this first one that I did right here. All right, this one was actually in my first video. Notice all the information's over here. Now watch what happens whenever I adjust. What you desire is to have all your information in the middle here. Not too much black, not too much white. If you hit this right here, it tells you, see, way too dark here. The blue highlights here are where you have lost information because it's so far underexposed. All right, so if I take the exposure slider and adjust it to where, notice how this is coming more middle here. That's probably a little bit too much. It's starting to get blown out in some of the details, and I can know that by hitting this. No, it's not showing me that, but anyway. Probably something about right there is accurate to real life, maybe even a little bit more. All right, so see how most of the information here is now in the middle. Now notice the difference between the two. See how much difference that makes? Because the photo that I displayed to my error was way underexposed and makes him look like he's great bubblegum color. That's not accurate. It's not what's in the room here. 64250W showed from far back in the room and got the type of effect like so from a distance, or even something about like this speed. All right, so he got it like this. Well, he zooms in. If you notice, he walks up to the camera and he even says he appears darker in the room than that. That's because the lighting of the room is bouncing off of that and influencing what he's seeing. But his cell phone is picking up, and this is the only image I'm going to use by him, his cell phone is picking up this color. So you tell me, where is the cell phone or whatever camera he's using in error? Is whenever it's back or whenever it gets closer? Because the closer you get, the less the light is going to influence what the camera sensor is seeing. Notice all the information here is in the middle. It's not overexposed, it's not way over here, it's not right here. So is this accurate? It is for his cell phone. So in his video, 64250W said that he wished that the skin tone was like the Iron Studios in-game Thanos. So let's take a look at that. Do that again and actually hit record this time. So using this as reference, which looking over my shoulder is accurate to what's in the room. Is this darker than what appeared on screen? Okay, so in that guy's video, he referenced the Iron Studios statue, and I believe, to paraphrase, the quote was, "I wish the coloring was more like this." So, here's the Iron Studios piece. Okay, is that more accurate? Or is reality, a little thing called reality, more accurate? You're gonna tell me that that is worse than this? Look at this. Okay. Alrighty, yeah. So let's just take 3 images here. Let's take the rest of them off. I'm going to use this one up top here. Move him over here, move him over here. These are just random I found on YouTube. So you tell me which color is more screen accurate. Pretty clear cut to me. So once again, even if you took the image on the right, this image right here, and put this on a movie theater screen and dragged your Thanos Bust in there to try to A/B comparison of the two, each movie theater has a different projector from city to city. I'm assuming within those projectors, I've never run one, but I'm assuming you can set, just like your television, brightness, contrast, saturation, all the various things that would influence this photo. If I put this photo right here on my TV screen, it's gonna look different. If I put it on my cell phone, it's gonna look different. If I photograph or video this photo, it's gonna look different. So why do you think that this would not? Why do you think this would not? The truth is, there is no screen accurate that you can see on YouTube. It's the screen that you would have before you at that moment. So the only way that you could definitively say, is this screen accurate, would be to see the original computer screen that they were literally rendering Thanos on, because he doesn't exist accurately anywhere else. Everything else is a reproduction, and it has changed. So, can I say that 64 250W's Thanos is darker than mine? I don't know. I haven't seen it. The only thing that I know is mine looks awesome. Mine looks close enough to that to be acceptable. I can turn around in my chair and look at what he looks like on my shelf. He looks like this. Thumbs up. It is a killer piece. So one other issue that I've seen parroted in various places is that the eye color is wrong. The eye color is supposed to be brown according to you know who. Well, let's take a look at that. So in that guy's video, he said that the eyes are supposed to be brown. Where did I get this image right here? The best photo of eyes that I could find. I Google searched and found this video right here, which you will see is a making of video where they were showing the animation for Thanos. As you can clearly see, this photo is the same one that I used. Let me close this out and go back to Photoshop. All right, so brown eyes, absolutely not. Are they as vibrant as this? You know, should they be duller? Okay, well, if you look at his skin tone here and the skin tone here, for one thing, anyone that does photo or video work knows that the right-hand side over here is desaturated from what I have here. So if you desaturated this image a little bit, it's going to appear a little bit duller. But if you look here, he has a darker blue ring around the outside. He has a lighter here, which they mostly portrayed. If this is a deal breaker for you, okay, don't buy it. But his eyes are definitely not brown. So the misinformation that's being spread around and parroted is totally inaccurate. So at the conclusion of filming this, I'm going to edit everything in DaVinci Resolve. And guess what? Things are going to change again. When you edit and export, colors change, everything about it changes from what you see in the original. Then I will upload it to YouTube for you to watch. Guess what? It changes again. I have looked at the AB versus what I see on my computer screen versus what comes out on YouTube. Everything changes once again. So I hope you've gotten the point has gotten across to you that there are so many variables that we are dealing with in looking at all this that there's no way to say what is real life or what is screen accurate. It's impossible. So 666 of this guy made, and I'm guessing 665 people are tickled pink with him. Purple. Anyways, so hit the like and subscribe so that next week you can see when I address, is this unicorn's fur accurate to real unicorn fur? So until then, I need another drink.